But for people like us, the solutions to life problems are to look inward at our strength of character. For Obama and the far left, their solutions are to grow a government program. That thinking, though, is what got us where we are today. Trillions in dollars in new debt, the first ever downgrade of United States credit, the illegitimate seizure of our freedom to choose health care as we wish, 44 months of unemployment over 8%, and $825 billion in failed stimulus. Our economy is the engine that drives our prosperity. The sustained economic crisis is reason enough to oust the current resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. On the other hand, Mitt Romney is a seasoned and experienced leader. He will bring a reasoned voice as the 45th President of the United States. As governor of Massachusetts, he learned to work across the aisle, driven by a spirit that emphasized common goals of Americans. Not like the current president, who seeks to thrive on driving a wedge deeper and deeper between us. Mitt Romney is also a proven business leader, which is in striking contrast to our current president, who has spent zero time, not one day, in the private sector. Obama has gone so far as to remind small business owners that, quote, "You didn't build that." Well, if you didn't, who did? In Obama's America, we aren't even entitled to our own successes. Mitt Romney said during the debate, quote, "I've been in business 25 years, Mr. President, and I don't know what you're talking about." Well, guess what? Neither do we. We don't know what this president is talking about and where he's coming from. His ideas don't work, and they've never worked in this country. Mitt Romney will take his place in history as a president who not only understood American exceptionalism, but also the president who began to restore this great country to what it once was, and it will be again. Our country's best days are not behind us. With Romney and Ryan in the White House, our best days are ahead of us. Amen.
Yeah.
We have a country that, as Republicans, we still believe in protecting those who are least able to protect themselves. The truly disabled, the elderly, and the unborn. This is a country that honors the sacrifices of veterans and their families. A country that reinforces the innate importance of family because the family is the incubator of great citizens. We are a country that is fiscally conservative in the best sense of the word. We are a country that does not spend more than it has. And by God, we are a country that will no longer be apologizing for itself. The red ink of irresponsible spending by Barack Obama has drained our nation's fiscal health, leaving us empty and weak. And after 4 years, he still has the audacity to be blaming others for his failures, when his failures fall squarely on his shoulders. He didn't inherit a bad economy. He asked for it. He campaigned for it. And he promised us prosperity, and he promised us he'd fix it. The thing is, though, he can't lead. He doesn't know the meaning of leadership. I saw true leadership when I was in the U.S. military. Like Paul, I wasn't in the Army. We were in the little bit better branch called the Navy. That's why you have a beard. Amen. But our military, this is where I saw true leadership, was in the military. It's a proving ground for self-sacrifice, discipline, and leadership. And our military, especially our Navy, Paul, is the best around the world. Our men and women in uniform deserve, and our veterans deserve, a commander-in-chief who appreciates the sacrifices of military personnel and their families. Mitt Romney understands at a visceral level the importance of a strong military to keep America free. This past Monday, Mitt Romney spoke to the cadets of the Virginia Military Institute, saying, quote, the number one reason of a strong military, the number one thing we have, the reason we have a strong military is to protect our country and prevent war. President Romney will invest in defense because it is critical to the protection of the United States. Mitt Romney also told the cadets at VMI, the Virginia Military Institute, that the recent attacks on America in the Middle East, culminating in the barbarous murder of our ambassador Christopher Stevens and 3 other U.S. citizens, should not be viewed as random acts. To do so would be naive and dangerous. Mitt Romney recognizes that a much larger struggle is at hand. The overarching plan to demolish America by vicious extremists. When I served in the Navy, I was at a pretty impressionable age. I was pretty young. And what was impressed upon me was strength, compassion, honor, and leadership. I learned that the greatest purpose of our Navy and all of our military is to provide stability in the world. I learned respect for the rule of law when we patrolled the Gulf of Mexico, hunting for drug traffickers. I learned about foreign policy as my ship, the USS John L. Hall, led a NATO deployment around the Atlantic Ocean. I learned about compassion when we helped the starving people in Haiti, even though opposition forces there injured 14 Americans and civilian aides and killed 2 Navy corpsmen as we sailors were building a school for them 10 blocks away. Mitt Romney understands the mighty responsibility of our U.S. military. And because he's a wise leader, I have the full confidence that he will surround himself with the best minds, whether they're from the Citadel, the Virginia Military Institute, West Point, the Air Force Academy, or the absolute best of the best from the Naval Academy in Annapolis. Mitt Romney will not be a president who chases after accolades and awards. President Obama may have won the Nobel Peace Prize, but given the unrest in the Middle East, I think that prize was a little undeserved. His closed-minded understanding of the nuclear threat in Iran and his outright snubbing of our allies in Great Britain, Poland, and Israel prove that the Chicago activist is in way over his head. His bumbling and stumbling attempts at diplomacy have resulted in global unease and an elevated threat. Now, we are here today because we believe in the promise of America. We believe this election is pivotal in our destinies. We, just like the great patriots who founded this nation, seek a rebirth for America, not a remaking of America. A return to prosperity and peace, a healthy and robust economy, jobs for job seekers, the return of decency and civility, and by God, a government that is our partner, not our master. That's the change we want. That's the change we seek. Let us join together to ensure that this election serves to renew the promise of the American ideal. Because we believe in American exceptionalism. Now is our time. It is our moment. We need to vote. Not only for Mitt Romney at the national level, but as Doug said, we need to vote Jeff Flake into office. Sheriff Paul Babiou. Re-elect Tom Horn when his time comes. Re-elect Doug Ducey when his time comes. And God willing, re-elect me when my time comes. We need to truly move this country forward and take back the White House by electing Mitt Romney as the 45th President of the United States. May God bless us in our sacred duty, and may God continue to bless the United States of America. Thanks.